Many of us anglers dream of owning their own fishery. I mean, let's be honest, who wouldn't like waking up to a view like this every morning? But not everyone is aware of the upkeep, the maintenance, the hard work that is involved in keeping a fishery at a top level like where we are today at Moorlands Farm in Kidderminster. This venue has just been voted the 2023 Commercial Fishery of the Year by Angling Times. Grant Albutt, the fishery owner, has kindly agreed to sit down with us and talk us through what it's like running an award-winning fishery. So Grant, lovely to finally catch up with you. I see you've had a great start to 2024. We're now at the end of January, and I see you've just been awarded the 2023 Best Commercial Fishery of the Year by Angling Times.
Yeah.
How's that come about?
Well, first I knew about it, we were on a short list and being voted. I never even knew, to be honest. I thought, oh, that's great. I said, and I didn't think we'd have a chance really, because I've only been here a few years myself. But I thought, well, the amount of work we've put into the fishery, you know, we might have an outside chance, because we have done a lot and put everything back into it and try and put Moorlands back on the map. So it was a bit of a, oh, you never know. When first I knew about it, someone said to me, I've just seen it on Twitter, that you've won it. I was quite emotional.
I'm not surprised. Well, it just shows all the hard work you're putting in is paying off.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic to win it. You know, against the other people who were out there as well. Some big names like, you know, Top Manor for one. You know, they have massive weights there. Lovely fishery. And all the other fisheries are lovely, I'm sure. I don't know all of them, but massive achievement for us in this short space of time.
Should be very proud. Now listen, I remember when I called in here, what would it be, summer 2020 when you first took over?
That's right, yeah.
And obviously the fishery then to how it is now, I'm not exaggerating, wow, the work you have done behind the scenes and the shop and the caf, yeah. Fantastic. I'm guessing that was a bit of hard work. What made you put a tackle shop in straight away?
Well, the previous tackle shop that was in it was more like a jumbo sale, I'll be honest. There's little tubs on the floor and everything, and your pellets in order. And I obviously, been in the trade myself before I took over the fishery, going into tackle shops, I got to see lots of tackle shops, i.e., you know, your Fosters of Birmingham before they were brought out, and another shop like up Shrewsbury, Total Angling, some fantastic shops, so give me ideas. And the first thing I wanted to do was put a nice tackle shop in. You know, we're not a massive tackle shop, we don't sell everything, but we're a very good convenience tackle shop. And I thought, you know, and you guys come in, racked it all out for me and transformed the shop straight away with the nice racking and everything. So
with one of the best headers that you've got on your racking.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the header was a nice thing to do. You got lots of photographs of me fishing, obviously, on the videos we do. So you did that one for me, which is beautiful, to be honest. Yeah,
it looks great. It looks great. And obviously the calf, I mean, the transformation with the calf now, this is, what is it? Is it a 100-seater? Is it?
It's 70-seater comfortably.
Comfortably,
it does seat more. All the design in here was Nicola's idea, so all the heads and the effects of that.
And it does look really nice. It really
does.
Thank
you, yeah.
This is Nicola's Lakeside calf, soon to be the little muntjac, and this is my baby. Our opening times are 7:30 till 2, soon to be changing 7:30 till 3:30 in the summer months. We are open 6 days a week, closed on Mondays. We offer full breakfasts, sandwiches, burgers. We have a licensed bar. We do nice coffees, teas. We have a range of cold drinks, snacks and cakes. As you can see, we've made a lot of changes in the calf. A little bit quirky, a little bit different. Everyone that comes in says what a nice atmosphere it is and what a nice place to chill. And of course, everyone's welcome, not just the anglers.
So the lakes, let's talk to me about the lakes then. So how many lakes are actually here on site that you can fish?
So there's 6 lakes on site that you can fish, and we've rebuilt 3 of them basically since we've been here. Island Pool has been completely reconstructed. So we dug the whole lot out, got rid of all the silt, and then we had 1,200 loads of clay delivered, and they constructed it for us.
That's a lot of clay.
Yeah, there's a lot of clay, yeah.
It looks great. I mean, you can see it now, and the vegetation's all grown back. It looks a lovely fishery already.
Yeah, it's all nice and flat. I mean, the grass still needs, because the topsoil we had delivered wasn't the best, so it was very sandy, so it's very acidic or something, someone was telling me. So it hasn't grown properly, but it's only been just over 12, 15 months, something like that. So it takes time to grow back properly. We just keep putting seed down on it, Bank Pool was the first one we did. I mean, that's looking nice now. And obviously, last year we only finished off Moors Pool, which has transformed that lake. I mean, it's brilliant.
Well, I've seen some of the photos that you put online, and I've seen the actual erosion from the wind. That actually the undercut bank, you obviously had to drain the water, get in the lake, and then what did you do regards the erosion?
We used treated posts. We used 10 centimetre posts, 100 mil. And what you do, you drill them in. So there was probably 600, in total, there's probably 600 posts on there. So we use a proper post knocker, drill them all in to a certain level, slide stuff called Nico span on it. It's a double woven mesh membrane. So that goes right down to the bottom where the silt is. It all gets tacked at the bottom. And then behind that then goes another membrane. So when you backfill, it doesn't come out of the mesh because the mesh obviously breathes. So it holds all the clay and everything you put back behind it. But the hard work is putting, so if you've got your post at the front, you have another post here, and every single post gets wired.
Wow.
That's where the graft is.
Well, it's the transformation, like I said, is amazing. It's just looking absolutely top dollar. Where are you thinking from going next? Are you going to be doing the big one?
We will do the big one. My next project is, and we're starting that this Saturday actually. So what we're going to do up on High Meadow is we're going to, all the pegs are going to come out. And the pegs that I've got on the 3 lakes we've already done, I've got about 30, 35 left. So we're going to reduce it from 46, but I think we're going to do 35 because some clubs do have 18 or 17 in a club. So, but there'll be more spread. So the one bank's got 21 on it.
Yes.
So that'll be reduced to 17 or 18. But they'll all be brand new, so they'll all be in different places. So we'll strip the whole bank and just put them in. So it'll be scaffold posts at the front, one going across the top, and then place these on top and then screw them in so they're fixed. Just be a lot safer for they're original pegs and they're old stillages. So our boxes now are twice as big as they used to be. You know, like when we first, when we were all match fishing, your little match boxes and stuff like that.
We carry more and more tackle now.
Do you know what I mean? So, they're unsafe. Yes. And obviously, like I said, I put myself a 5-year plan to get the fishery sorted. And I've done most of it in 3.5 years we've been here. So, yeah, that'll be done. And then we shall get onto Meadow. And that's the biggest project. But what we are going to do, if you've been here, you know what I mean. When you're sitting on your peg, the sort of bank's corroded to the next peg. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the pegs out and then put them on the bank. And then where it's corroded here, we're just going to go straight across. Same system with all the posts, membrane down, backfill it all with the wires, and just do it between each section, just to tidy it up. Yeah. And the bank starts to go up on Meadow there in the 40s and 50s. So we're going to do exactly what we've done on Moors, where we've sort of dug a channel of 4 metres out and then chamfered the bank down so that it will all be flat, and then we'll have steps coming down that people can walk either way. Because I want this one done by March.
Yes.
So that's done for March. So I can concentrate on this then. Because a lot of it I can do myself. Do you know what I mean? And you do need a hand, obviously, bits and pieces, but yeah, two people, I'll get someone in part-time, give me a hand, and then we'll just do that at our leisure.
So that's where your experience and passion for the sport and it's your fishery really does help.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around quite a bit now. We're all getting older, aren't we? So for me, obviously when I took this place on, I didn't realise how bad it was. But I want it to be the best. And, that might sound arrogant, but there's lots of lovely fisheries around by me. But I want everybody to come here because it's the best, because you can drive behind your peg, because we've got nice facilities with a cafe, nice food. You can have a beer after, we're licensed. I want it to be, and I've already said this, a nice place that people, even if they're not fishing, pop down, have a walk round, have something to eat, have a beer, whatever. I mean, and that's what I want it to be. I won't rest until it's done and it looks, the best. That's me, that's what I want.
That's great. Well, I mean, it makes sense. The grass looks like it's mowed all the time. I bet that's not a 2-minute job.
Well, no, we've got 18 acres, to cut. Obviously, a lot of that's water. But yeah, we cut the grass once every week or twice. once every 4, depending on the rain. Obviously, so we want to try and keep on top of it. And the thing is, because it's mine, and I live on site, I can sit here, I can sit on my mower, should I say, till 9 o'clock at night. It doesn't matter. You know, people will come in and go, oh, grass needs cutting, Grant. The next day they'll come in, it's been cut. Because I want people to drive down that drive and go, wow,
Yes.
brilliant.
Lovely.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what I want.
Right, so let's rewind 3.5 years-ish, and you've decided, oh, I've seen Moorlands is up for sale. What made you go for it?
So I was at another fishery at the time. I rented another fishery called Shatterford Lakes. And I've been there 5 years, and we've come into the end of our term anyway. And we just didn't make any money there. You know, we had the big house on site and all the rest of it. And I was just looking at the fisheries, as you do, and I see Moorlands for sale. So I just thought, well, let's see if we can get the funds together and put in for it.
Well, I know you used to fish here as a junior.
Yeah.
Was this where you cut your teeth into the sport, I'm guessing?
Yeah, this is where I sort of started my commercial scene. So when I see it, and obviously I didn't come here. I stopped coming here. I grew up here as a kid, learnt my trade, done really well, made a name for myself. And I see it wasn't on the map anymore. No one talked about Moorlands. And I thought long and hard with Nicola, and I thought, can we make it? Can we put it back where it used to be when John had it? And I thought, it's a big task, but in 3.5 years, I think we've put it back sort of on the map again.
Well, it's certainly in social media. If you forget everything else, you've only got to look at the posts and social media. It's positive, positive, positive. And the weights as well. I see you on a big silverfish event here now through the winter.
Yeah.
I think you've got like, was it 70 anglers?
71 on it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've been struggling this year with Meadow because the algae dies on it, so that it gives a funny colour, funny tea colour. And then we've got the stream which comes through. It doesn't run fast, but when it's raining, and it's really affected that lake this year. Well, I think the weather's just affected everywhere, not just here. But it doesn't matter because it fishes hard for everybody.
It's fair.
There's no flyers.
That's what match anglers want.
It's nice.
Fair.
Yeah.
And I see going forward, you've also got stock ponds. So are you breeding fish on as well?
So we're growing fish on. I've had fish in there for, obviously, I'm learning as well. I'm not expert. And if I don't know, I've got a couple of mates I can speak to. And you've got, you know, predators. Heron is the worst. You know, we need to sort of, I've learned now you need to put stuff across it and stop him getting in there. But yeah, I want to have fish in them 3 stock ponds growing on all year so that, you know, when they get to 8 ounce minimum, I can put them in my lakes. Or we put them up the top one because there's no water in and out of that lake. It's self-sufficient. Yeah. So we do have to top it up sometimes in the summer. But if there's a problem with the fish, it stays up there then. It's like a holding pool.
Yes.
Put the fish up there. You see them yourself, Steve, when we've done videos. You know, I can take these ones out then and move them around the fishery. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then just put the small ones. If I take £200 of them out and put £200 of them in, there's more mouths, isn't there?
Of course.
So, and it's random to fish. And obviously my goal is to get more fish. You know, everyone who's come here and my leagues and everything, that's what's paid for all this. You know, I'm putting it back in. As long as I can pay my bills, I want to put it back into the fishery to make it the best it can be, like I've always said.
It's a great attitude to it.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's about.
Brilliant.
You know, so.
Brilliant stuff. So an average week at the fishery, talk me through it, Grant. How many open matches do you run a week?
So obviously, in the winter we run a Wednesday, a Saturday and a Sunday. In the summer we run a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Friday afternoon and a Saturday and a Sunday.
Wow, sport for choice. So
Yeah.
how does somebody that doesn't do a lot of match fishing, how do they come and get into one of these opens?
So I mean, for me, if it's someone who's just coming from a club site and they want to leave club fishing and go into match fishing, just give us a call. You know, come and join us. You know, we welcome everybody here. Everybody's welcome here. And if I see someone who looks a bit out of place or a bit shy and stuff, I'll go and speak to them and say, listen, you know, come up the bar and come and talk to us over here. Or if you're not catching, come, you know, give us a shout and I'll help you out. Do you know what I mean? Or you got any questions you want to ask? It's like if I'm walking around the fishery in the summer, you know, you're catching. Well, not really many. And then say, you know, show us your rigs and whatever, and then I'll put them right and get them catching. Because the ultimate goal is that if you can help people, and put them in the right direction, that's what it's all about for me.
Of course. So an open match, do they just turn up or do they have to pre-book or?
So pre-booking for me is better.
Of
We
course.
roughly know how many's coming and then we can decide what lakes we're going to. Not everybody does that. So you can just turn up if you want. We get plenty of messages on Facebook. Do I need to book in? No, but it would help so I know who's coming. Do you know what I mean? You always get that. And people might open the door in the morning and go, do you know what? I ain't going.
Yeah.
It's raining or it's a bit windy for them. Do you know what I mean? A lot of fair weather anglers these days. And I think we're all a bit like that now. We're getting a bit older. But yeah, you can just turn up. But it's always worth giving us a call to see if we've got space. And at least I know then how many people are coming. Like so.
Brilliant. So the tackle shop, fishery owned pellets, I know that. Do you have any other sort of bait on site?
We have ground baits.
Yep.
I've never been allowed ground bait here before till I came. And I thought, you know what, in the winter, because of my Silverfish League as well, people asking us, I said, do you know what, yeah, I'll do it. So we allow it ground bait from November to March. Water quality in the summer for me is it's worst anyway. The last thing I want people to do is put in, if there's 50 anglers on there, 100 kilo ground bait. That's why I don't allow ground bait. And personally, I think it works. Fishery pellets, yes. I mean, there's a big bugbear about fishery pellets.
Well, your fishery pellets are a bit different.
They are different, and we do pay a lot more for them. There's more protein in my pellets. And at the end of the day, and I've said it before, and people will go, we get it. They pay for the maintenance and the stock of the fish. It doesn't go in my pocket. It goes back out into the fishery.
What does the future hold then for Grant Albutt and Moorlands Farm? What have you got in the pipeline as such?
Well, we've got some different leagues that I haven't announced yet, which are going to be announced in the next month or so, because obviously they're not going to be till the end of the year. So I've got my own feeder league, feeder competition that I'm going to start running just here. So it'll be smaller sections, but it'll be more qualifiers. So instead of you winning the zone, you'll be winning the zone kind of, but you'll be winning a section. So you'll be winning a 9-peg section instead of a 20-peg section. So there'll be for every match. It all boils down to if they'll sell out, Steve. Do you know what I mean? But there'll be 5 people going through on every qualifier. So I'll have 50 people in the final and the payout. But the payout only gets the payout if you sell all the tickets. Of course. And it's new, and there's other feeder competitions out there. So we'll give it a trial, see how we get on. There'll be a payday at the end of it, no matter what. But if we can get to the payday that I want, it'll be brilliant. I'm also going to do a teams of 5 Silverfish League.
Oh, exciting.
So because our silverfish is so popular, I want to try and keep that going if we can. So we'd have like 2 anglers on meadow, for instance, 1 on island, 1 on moors and 1 on bank. So yeah, them are the 2 new competitions that we're going to be running this year. And just keep going really, and just try and build up a rapport with the bigger competitions out there and try and get them on board if we can. We're also looking at log cabins. Now we've put in the planning permission because everybody keeps asking us about accommodation. And the thing with accommodation, it would help the festivals. So we would have more, we get like 25, maybe 30 on our festivals. If we had accommodation here, you get more because people will come and drive and stay here. It's a long way for people to travel if they're coming from up north or down south and stuff like. So yeah, we are pushing big time. They're dragging the feet a little bit at the moment. We've had so much support from our friends and customers filling these forms in for us online and all the rest of that, which is fantastic. But yeah, they're just dragging the feet a little minute. But as soon as we know anything, we're fingers crossed that we'll get permission to get these log cabins put in.
Oh, that's great news. Now I also know that you've got a website up and running that gets a lot of hits. What's on this website?
Yeah, so basically, when we first took over, the website was actually the original website that John had. So Ben Hughes, who owns Woodside Fishery, he's a good friend of mine. He asked if he would like to do it for me, and he did. So it's got all the events on there. So anybody wants to know what's going on, like event-wise this year, so all your leagues and everything are on there. All you do is click on events, and it tells you. So it tells you about the rules, the CAF, the food, all that sort of stuff. It's just a nice, decent website. So now it's all nice, up to date. People can send emails on there if they want to. All the phone numbers are on there, opening times. So yeah, it's nice and up to date now.
Brilliant, got it all covered.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for inviting us down, Grant. It's been a real eye-opener, not just for me, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be surprised at just what's involved in running a fishery.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I get up for. It's what I love. It's my passion now. It's obviously I love fishing, and I wanted to put this place back on the map. We've done that, and I look forward to waking up every morning and making it look even better than it is now.
You're one lucky guy. Well, thanks ever so much, my buddy.
Cheers, pal.
We'll catch up soon.
Yeah, thanks, mate.